Yeah,
Yeah, Immanuel. First, I want to congratulate you that
thank you.
you finally finished the movie.
Hmm.
I wasn't always sure we would ever see that movie because of some problems we had in the very end. But you want to talk a little bit first? What what made you jumping onto the idea to do this movie in LA and in Hollywood in Glendale? And what was the primary idea for this movie?
Well, back in 2016, I think. No, let me see. 16. Yeah, I was in LA to have a screening of Present of the Past, where you were a
Yeah,
waiter in there. Because of Sarah and Martin, Sam, I met Ojan, and we got along very well right away, and we became very good friends. And I had an idea to make a movie with him. I thought, well, yeah, let's do that together. And then I did some thinking, what we could do in there, what the story could be about. I mean, what the story, yeah, would be about. And I um, I came up with a story about, yeah, different people who are struggling, an actor who wants to break into Hollywood. And and he's struggling with a producer who wants to get into his pants, or he wants something from him, other than just talking and making a film with him. So yeah, I came up with that story basically, and we kept some of that in that movie we ended up doing, which was quite a different story we planned in the first place. So other than doing one shot Revelation, we ended up doing the movie that was never made. And because of also, well, Ojan also was a little, he was very busy at that moment. He was about to move to Canada. He was in had other thoughts, other issues, or yeah, just probably yeah, he could not concentrate as much as he wanted to. So I that made me a little upset and confusing. And I could stay at his place. Thanks, Sushan, for that again. For 6 weeks, I took care of his dog a little bit sometimes. And
Quentin.
Quentin, exactly,
Yeah.
Quentin, who has a cameo in the movie, very nice one. And but I also, my ex girlfriend was not able to come, and so I thought, okay, well, we have another 2 weeks. You're about to fly to LA. I have to come up with something. I can't like go home without a movie. A line you were saying, something like
Yeah, that's
that in the film. So I thought, okay, let's come up with the best possible way. Then you arrived, and we thought about some possibilities to make a movie, to be satisfied and to be happy, to come back with some good material. And well, I don't know if I answered your questions,
well.
but
You answered the question partly. Yeah.
mhm,
The other thing was the one actor, the lady actor,
mhm, mhm,
didn't arrive. That was maybe a major problem for you.
um, she didn't arrive.
Well, from Salzburg.
Yeah, I told you my ex girlfriend couldn't
Yeah.
come. I told you that.
So that was the major problem, which
Well, yeah, that was a problem, and that's why I had to come up with something else. Um, Yeah, yeah, of course. It was hard time for me. It was a little confusing, some stuff in my life. Some of it I put in the movie.
Yeah.
Some is quite realistic, or some is very real to the situation, and some is very like just made up. Yeah, Wolfgang. So tell me, how did that project, the movie that was never made, come to you? How did that happen?
Well, it started a long time ago when Immanuel asked me to be part of his movie in LA. He asked me in Innsbruck, and initially I thought, well, that sounds a little bit ridiculous.
But well, you can like everybody knows. I think that I am Immanuel Ding, so you can just talk about me when you, or you can say you invited me. I think it's better because I'm the one who's interviewing you.
Mhm.
So just yeah, no, it's
So
okay.
I was asked in Innsbruck, in Austria.
Mhm.
Immanuel Ding asked me, or you asked, yeah, you asked me to be part of the movie, and well, I said, yeah, sounds good to me. I mean, going to L.A., Hollywood around, that, well, what a dream.
Mhm.
And you gave me a textbook, and I studied the textbook. There were 50 pages written, and well, I had to learn quite some time on the text.
Mhm. Mhm.
And even on my flight into Los Angeles, I, I memorized the lines. A neighbor, an old lady next to me, was a little bit surprised. She thought maybe this guy is sick. But however,
Mhm.
uh, when I arrived in LA, you told me we don't need that book. And so, in the very first moment, I was shocked. I mean, I had done all that work for
Mhm.
nothing. Well, and I said, well, you're not doing the movie? You said, well, it will be a movie, a different one.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I thought, okay. So what's about a textbook? And you told me, no textbook, we'll do it improv.
Yeah, right, right. Mhm. Mhm.
And well, that was a new experience for me. But it was interesting, and finally I liked it very much. I mean, it was different. And yeah.
Did you do some improvisation before, or because you're coming from some theater background, a little bit you were in.
Well, once in one of your movies,
Right, of course,
I
yeah.
did a very short
Improv.
thing. Yeah, that
Mhm.
was with Günter Greffenberg.
Mhm.
But otherwise, no, I have never done impro, and so it was definitely new for me. It was a new experience, and I hope it has been a good experience. I mean,
Yeah.
the audience have to tell us was it good or not. But I like the way we have done it.
All right.
Every day we got a little bit a different way the movie was going. Uh, it was every day a kind of surprise. Was it now a movie with a Russian mafia, or was it this, or was it that?
Yeah.
There was no final point to see, and yeah, that was interesting.
Mhm.
Even I got a feeling I could a little bit move my ideas into that movie, and that was something I liked definitely very much.
Yeah, yeah. You brought some ideas to the project. That's for sure. And so tell me, when started your passion for acting? When did that really start? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, the passion for acting myself started around 2004
Mm-hmm.
in the Innsbrucker Kellertheater, a theater in Innsbruck, and the head of the theater asked me to be member in one of their shows, and well, I said, well, I haven't too much experience, and then I decided. Maybe I have to start a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
My idea of the theater has been to be assistant director.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Evelyn Fröhlich once, the head of the Kellertheater in Innsbruck, I said, I would like to do that after being for nearly 20 years in theater organizations and so
Mm-hmm.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she said, well, before you can do that, you should be yourself on the stage. Don't tell people what they should do if you have no own experience. And I said, well, yeah, I could understand that. But then I needed to go to the theater school, which I finally did in Innsbruck. And so I got my experiences, and I started during the whole summer in a show in Innsbruck, which was very, very successful. And we toured even outside of Innsbruck. And that was the beginning. And then a couple of years later, I met you after a show in another Innsbruck theater, and we came to talk. I heard about your movies, and I said, "How? He is now talking to me," and I have to say I didn't take it very seriously in the moment. I said, "Okay." He told me to call. He will never call, but well, it doesn't matter. But we had a nice evening. I had some beers, and okay. And surprisingly, one day I got a call. We need you. I said, well, what is it? What should we do? Or what should I do? And you told me, well, I should be a barkeeper.
Yeah, but first you were.
That was the first thing I did.
Oh, you
That
were a
was-
barkeeper,
yeah.
and then you were the producer.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
a
yeah.
short time after that, you asked me to be a producer in a movie with another producer. Very short part. We discussed who could get some money from wherever, and so that was number 2. And then, well, a couple of months later, you said, well, you are interested doing a movie here, a local one, and we even got through the book, and it was interesting. And I expected to be in that movie, but several weeks later you said, no, there is another movie I want to do in Los Angeles. And I said, wow. I mean, I had some US experience.
Right.
And
world traveler, yeah.
Yeah, and I part-time lived 20 years in Florida, so I said, okay, Los Angeles, yeah, that could be a good idea. And but it sounds like a little bit, yeah, Hollywood, Los Angeles, me. Yeah, and then you gave me the textbook, and yeah, I learned 50 pages out of it. I had no idea what would that be. Right. Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood. I saw the letters, and then I saw me in the mirror and said, well, how does that fit? But that was the beginning.
Yeah.